Welcome to another Explainer. Today, we're diving into something that affects literally every single one of us, supplements. We're breaking down some incredible insights from Osman, widely known as the blind Muslim yogi. Now, real quick context. Osman permanently lost his eyesight recently in May 2023. So, when he describes the visual world so vividly, it's because he lived with perfect sight his whole life prior to that. He is a master-level bioenergy healer with telepathic healing capabilities using quantum entanglement, specializing in critical care and terminal illnesses. We're talking 50 years of intensive practice, sometimes up to 18 hours a day, attaining his first samadhi experience by age 19. Even now, he practices 8 to 10 hours a day, just sharpening the sword. Today, we're unpacking his critical take on how to balance modern supplements correctly. It's about finding those profound benefits, but also dodging the hidden harms.
Right up front, Osman is super clear about setting boundaries. Because of his background in intensive study from the Far East to the West, he has a phenomenally high success rate with natural healing. But he makes it absolutely crystal clear, this is complementary. It is not a replacement for standard medical treatment. If you've got a medical condition, you definitely need to consult a licensed medical professional. We're here to explain his nutritional philosophy today, not give out medical advice.
Okay, let's dive into this, because it's honestly a bit unsettling. You might be meticulously tracking your meals, buying all the right organic greens, making these beautiful plates, and just assuming you're giving your body exactly what it needs. But what if the actual food you're eating is structurally totally different than it was just a few decades ago?
So here's our roadmap for this explainer. 1. The modern nutrient crisis. 2. Food first, supplement second. 3. Essential missing micronutrients. And 4. The dangers of overdosing.
Starting right off with Section 1, the modern nutrient crisis. The reality is, the food on our plates just isn't the same anymore. And this brilliantly illustrates the core problem. To get the exact same nutritional benefit that someone would have gotten from just one single orange back in the 1920s, today you'd have to eat 8 oranges. 8! I mean, that is just a staggering reality. Now imagine applying that massive nutritional drop-off across the board to literally everything else you eat. Your meats, your fruits, your vegetables. You're eating the same volume of food, sure, but you are getting a fraction of the actual nutrition.
So why is this happening? Well, it all basically comes down to the soil. Modern agricultural practices are the main culprits here. Things like aggressive overcultivation, dumping artificial fertilizers, and spraying harmful chemicals and pesticides, it has just devastated the nutrient density of the earth. Because the soil is totally depleted of essential elements, the plants grown in it are depleted. And, naturally, the animals eating those plants are depleted too. It's a massive chain reaction.
Moving to Section 2, food first, supplement second. Because knowing our food is depleted, the logical next step is supplementation, right?
But Osman is super strict about this. A supplement is exactly that, a supplement. It's an addition, not a replacement. You see, the major health issues we face today aren't usually from a lack of macronutrients. We all get plenty of proteins, fats, and carbs. The real danger zone is the micronutrients. Your body needs 40 to 50 essential micronutrients, things like selenium, copper, zinc, magnesium, to be perfectly balanced. That's where the modern diet fails us, and that is exactly where strategic supplementation steps in.
But listen, before you even think about grabbing a pill bottle, you've got to fix your plate. Osman shares his own approach, and his diet is incredibly clean. He eats 25 to 30 different plant and vegetable sources, with 90 to 95% of his intake being raw, plant-based whole foods. Now he makes it clear that whether you're a vegan or an omnivore, that's totally fine, but the golden rule is the same. Cut out the highly refined, processed junk. Aiming for up to 70% plant-based foods is a fantastic way to ensure you're getting that baseline fiber and nutrition.
All right, Section 3, essential missing micronutrients. Because even with a spotless diet, our modern lifestyle makes it incredibly tough.
Now what's really interesting here is the specific trio of supplements Osman focuses on. First up, vitamin B12. This is absolutely essential, especially if you lean vegetarian or vegan. Second is vitamin D. Let's face it, so many of us live pretty sedentary indoor lives now. Getting enough natural sunlight is really hard, and it becomes even more crucial to supplement vitamin D as we get older, especially over 50. And third is selenium, that crucial mineral we talked about earlier that's basically been stripped from our modern soil.
And hey, when you do supplement, quality is everything. You can't just grab the cheapest bottle off the supermarket shelf. Osman stresses finding a reputable, established brand. For instance, he's had a really positive experience using Herbalife for over 20 years.
He points out that relying on a company with over 4 decades of history, operating in 96 countries, gives you a serious layer of reliability. The big takeaway? Do your homework and pick a brand with a rock-solid track record.
Which brings us to Section 4, the dangers of overdosing. This is where things get serious.
There's the super common and frankly dangerous misconception that because vitamins are natural and you don't need a prescription for them, they must be harmless. Wrong. The absolute golden rule here is take the recommended minimum amounts. It's just human nature, right? We think, oh, if a little is good, a whole handful must make me superhuman. But with supplements, that is a fast track to trouble. You absolutely can overdose.
To really drive this home, Osman shares a pretty scary story about a friend of his. This friend was taking vitamin D, but decided to just max out the dosage, taking somewhere between 4,000 and 40,000 units every single day for a long stretch. Well, he goes in for routine blood work, and his doctor immediately flags him. His vitamin D levels were dangerously toxic. The doctor actually had to order him to stop taking it completely for at least 3 months, just so his body could clear it out. It's a perfect example of how easily you can cross that line, from healing your body to accidentally harming it.
So this leaves us with a really provocative question to ask ourselves. Are you optimizing your health or accidentally jeopardizing it? Real wellness isn't just about blind consumption, it's a delicate, responsible balance. You have to start with real whole foods, understand exactly what your specific lifestyle is missing, choose high-quality sources, and above all, stick strictly to the minimum effective dose.
It really is a fascinating look into the science of our bodies. Now, Osman's entire mission is to encourage a scientific, results-based approach to these ancient yoga and meditation sciences, simplifying really complex protocols for our modern society. If you found this valuable, you absolutely need to head over to his website, yogawellness796.com. While his premium energy healing services and his daily live sessions via Patreon are paid, he gives away an absolute wealth of knowledge for free. You've got to download his totally free 5-minute yoga and meditation program right from the site. It's a game changer. Plus, check out his YouTube channel where he shares amazing everyday protocols at no cost. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for this explainer. Keep questioning, stay healthy, and I'll catch you next time.